All right, here it is.
This is it, 55 Panhead, 53 wishbone frame. Ready for the Biltwell People's Champ at Cook's Corner. Just making some fine adjustments now, but pretty much it's ready to go. The big picture, it's all done. Pretty excited about it, really happy how it came out, and yeah, it's a hell of a bike. It's really fast and doesn't stop good, you know, so it's a great combination.
Let's start from the front, dude.
Yeah, I'll start from the front. So 21-inch wheel up front with a Mullins star hub there. And this is original Dunlop rims from England. Buchanan spokes, laced that 120 years ago, feels like. This is Fair Cycle Parts narrowed and extended big twin Springer, 2 over. That we got chromed and everything. I think it came out really nice. Made all the brackets for this headlight. Found this headlight at a swap meet, automotive swap meet, probably 12 years ago, but I think it fits the bike really well. Got a set of Stellings risers on here that we had to narrow to fit the big twin Springer, but it's looking pretty good. I called my friend Ari. I said, hey, I need some bars bent up the way I like them and to fit this spread on the riser. So he accommodated, and I think the bars suit the bike really nice and my position, how I like to ride.
How tall?
They're 10-inch rise bars. I don't remember the pullback, but it's about 10-inch rise plus the maybe about 4-inch riser. So I'm assuming. I didn't really measure them, but remember the bars being about a 10-inch rise. My friend Dustin, Hanson Handmade on Instagram, he made me these little inserts to cover up the holes in the Springer. You'll probably see some other things around on the bike with some of his touches, but those are some of his cool custom parts that he made for me to kind of just finish off the bike and kind of push it over the edge. Like a Wassell style gas tank. I want to say it's a lowbrow tank. We cut the mounting tab off front because I wanted to make it work with the factory big twin mount up here. So we welded on those tabs, boxed it in. My friend Mike, 84 Below, added this rib to the tank, kind of make it pop. Just to kind of give it a British look. I think he pulled it off real well, and I like how it came out, and I think the way the paint goes with it just kind of adds that little bit of flair. The engine is a 55. I found it in Modesto. It just has really nice matching cases, original heads, original barrels, that sort of thing. But we have 4 3/4 stroke flywheels in there, S&S flywheels, and the cylinders are 40 over. So do the math, that's about right around 90 cubic inches. So we're really pleased with how that came out and how it pulls. It pulls really hard. I'm really happy with the performance of the bike. The heads have been reworked as well. Got Kibble white black diamond valves in there. They're slightly oversized just to kind of get more flow through there. And there's a pretty big camshaft in there. I want to say 488 cam, somewhere in there, some 488 lift, a lot of duration on it. So it definitely performs really well, but is rideable. It wasn't too big of a camshaft to where the bike doesn't perform very well at low speeds. So I forgot to mention the grips. These grips I got a long time ago. These are from Japan, from this company called Owl Motorcycle. I bought these at a Moon Eyes show when I went, probably 8-9 years ago. So yeah, was waiting for the right bike to put them on. I feel like this is the right bike. Throttle is a Speed Dealer Customs. I don't think they make them anymore, which is unfortunate because I think they're the nicest throttles out there. But I got one more left, so I'm hanging on to. So yeah, it's Speed Dealer throttle. Very high quality piece, made in the USA. No complaints there. The seat, this is from Butts Seats. one of the little gator print style thing. You know, it just kind of fits the bike. I just love the print on it. And the color doesn't detract from the paint. That's what I kind of like about it. I didn't want it to be the biggest focal point. So really happy with the seat. The exhaust, it's one of my favorite parts of the bike. The exhaust came out super fantastic. Friend Mike again, you know, really went above and beyond helping me out with this bike, and the pipes were one of them, and something that I just tried to do my own, but it just never really came out right, and I just was struggling, but I knew this bike had to be over the top and ultimately what I wanted. So him knocking those out have just really made it, you know, special for this build. As far as the foot controls, made all these in-house. The clutch and brake pedal, the pegs, yeah, all that was made here. The mounting plates that go onto the frame made here. Yeah, and then just kind of worked out how they all function and everything. So as far as my the math on them, you know, for the right amount of pressure put on things, yeah, it came out pretty nice. I have to do another clutch adjustment, but yeah. And then we just kind of color matched the generator. Normally those just come black. The same with that strap that goes around it. So we had to color match it. My friend Tony painted that. He's the one that painted this bike, and I just think it sets it off real nice, and getting the band chromed was, I think, a good move. It's another one of the little Dustin's touches on this shifter knob. You know, we had a knob on there that was nice. It was pretty basic, and I said, that's fine, but you know, looking at it, I said, we got to add something to it. So it's another Dustin touch, helping me out with kind of going over the top with the little details. So I feel like we have just enough details on it and not too much that kind of clutters the bike, because my opinion on bikes and choppers is less is more, and I don't like a ton of things hanging off the bikes and, you know, little doodads here and there. So I feel like I for me, my style, my taste, this is just about right for the details. Made all the rear brake linkage. It's just a standard mechanical brake that you'd have on a rigid frame. Went with the gold chain with it's kind of set off the gold leafing on the frame and the tins. I think it just kind of suits it. The transmission, same. We built it in-house. It has all Andrew's gears inside it. So we changed the gear ratio, and it's still a 1-to-1 ratio at the end of the day, but it, you know, it definitely shifts smoother, nicer throughout the range. And we have Baker transmission kicker gears in there. The only ones I run. I do not mess around with any other gears. They're just rock solid, especially when you start in these big cubic inch engines. Mag fired, Morris Magneto. Not much you could say about a Morris Magneto. They just work, and having the advanced and retard feature on it is nice for starting these bigger cubic inch engines. Just makes it a little easier. And we color match the cap, of course, to kind of, you know, play it off. Some cloth covered wires made up. You can also see Dustin's touches on the push rod collars. Just another little detail to kind of set it off a little bit. Nothing that I don't think is too much for the bike. Yeah, there's that fork neck lock cover he made as well. So that, I think, all those little things, I think all play a nice role together, but just not, it's just enough for me, just enough. And then I think the crowning jewel, great focal point, is the Sissy bar. Me and my friend Kason, he's from South Korea, he's a builder over there. He came visit me, and we were starting to build this bike, and I'm like, I'm gonna probably do twisted square bar on the Sissy bar and the foot controls. And he's like, he kind of drew up this idea, and I was like, I was like, yeah, I'll probably end up doing that. And so, but he wanted on his vacation to give me a hand with this, and you know, here's the end result between me and him putting this together, and I think it came out pretty awesome. That's a Prism Supply weld-on tail light that we put in there. Yeah, you know, just kind of super simple and clean. There's no battery on the bike, so we don't have to really worry about electrical problems, or if the generator takes a shit, we can keep on going with the Magneto, no lights, and you know, really simple. Like that's how I like these bikes. Just really simple, not a lot of frills, just kind of all business. Wassell style fender. I don't know where I got that from, to be honest. You know, it's like a horseshoe, generic horseshoe oil tank. Same with the back wheel. It's a Star Hub, 18-inch original Dunlop from England. Buchanan spokes, laced and trued in-house. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of all the business parts you would like to, you know, everybody, at least the people I run with, like to run, and it's what's kind of proven itself to me to be durable. So yeah, I think we built a killer bike. Oh, in the primary, you can't see in the primary, I forgot to mention, there's a Rivera Primo belt drive in there and a Pro clutch. So no junky 3-5-finger clutches in there. That's one thing I don't like, and I don't like to mess with, is those clutches. I feel like, you know, we're in the 21st century and they make good parts. Why not put a good clutch in it? Save yourself the hassle and headache. So yeah, I don't mess around with the drivetrain. That's one thing that I take a lot of pride in, is the drivetrain and assembling that, and you know, doing a lot of the internal machine work at home. That to me is at the core of it, has to be right. You can have the most beautiful bike in the world, but if it don't run or get down the road, what's the point? So yeah, that's kind of my philosophy. The drivetrain's got to be first, and then everything else afterwards. So yeah, this is.
Let's talk about the paint, dude.
The paint, yeah, man.
What made you come up with the paint?
So a lot of this was, I told my friend Tony, I said, you know, this is my budget, and you know, these are the colors I'd like to use. As far as designs and kind of where it went from there, a lot of that was him. I told him I like water droplets and some fades, of course, and I never mentioned gold leaf. I'm ecstatic he did it, but I was never anticipating that, and he definitely went above and beyond the call of the budget I gave him and what he ended up turning out. I think is just absolutely spectacular. So a lot of the colors, the main colors we had talked about were the this is a Brandywine Candy, House of Color. We knew we were going to do a candy, so this is a true candy paint. And then we had teals, and we also had some green and purple. That's what we had talked about. But as far as the fades and the gold leaf and then the pink accent and the purple accent, that was kind of on him. And I think he definitely went above and beyond what I ever anticipated, and I'm absolutely ecstatic about the paint. You might not be able to see in the fender. They even pinstriped the bottom of the fender, or the inside of the fender, towards the bottom. You probably won't pick it up. Most people won't, but once the chain wears and we push the tire back a little bit, you'll be able to pick it up. But yeah, the paint was just kind of, these are the colors I like, and I want water droplets and fades, and then this is what you get. Top 3 mods: Sissy bar, exhaust, the fucking motor. The motor is an animal. I'd say go ahead and ride it, but You probably won't give it back. You'll love it.
No, hell no, not before the show, dog.
This thing just absolutely rips.
Let's hear it, man.
Yeah.
Wake the beast.
She should still be warm, yeah.